Welcome to the Trump Breaking News Network, your daily source for up-to-the-minute Trump news. Join us today and every day. Here's today's news.
This is TBNN.
We interrupt this video to bring you a special announcement. We will continue with your video after this short announcement. There is a massive boycott with YouTube and its advertisers happening right now. This boycott threatens our existence, as well as the entire YouTube channel database. You can do a search on Google to confirm this boycott. We urge you to help by supporting our channel with a $1 donation, just $1, to help offset our growing expenses. Our staff is working diligently to keep you informed and up to date on events and intel that you have grown accustomed to receiving. Our staff produce over 70 videos on a daily basis in English and in Spanish. This is a tremendous undertaking. This is why we use a computerized voice, because of the massive amount of information we provide for you. We accept PayPal donations, and our donation link is below in our description. When the boycott is over, we'll let you know. This is a serious situation for YouTube and its advertisers. If you appreciate our channel and the intel that we provide for you, then please consider this much needed $1 donation. I want to personally thank you in advance for your support. Victory of the light. And now, here is your scheduled video.
Daily Presidential Tracking Poll. The Rasmussen Reports daily presidential tracking poll for Friday shows that 48% of likely U.S. voters approve of President Trump's job performance. 52% disapprove. The latest figures include 30% who strongly approve of the way Trump is performing and 42% who strongly disapprove. This gives him a presidential approval index rating of -12, see trends. Regular updates are posted Monday through Friday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Sign up for free daily email update. The United States dropped the largest ever non-nuclear bomb yesterday on a reported enclave of the Islamic State, ISIS, in eastern Afghanistan. 80% of voters consider radical Islamic terrorism a serious threat to this country, and 58% believe the United States is at war with radical Islam. Following the terrorist attacks in Brussels early last year, 88% of voters said ISIS is a serious threat to this country, with 68% who saw it as a very serious one. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson got a chilly reception from Russian officials during his first official visit to Moscow this week following the U.S. missile strike on a Syrian military airfield. President Trump says U.S. relations with Russia are at an all-time low, but voters think the United States can still work with Russia on some issues. Even though they strongly believe the United States and Russia are headed for another Cold War, voters here appear less concerned about the worsening relations between the two countries than they have been in recent years. President Trump reversed his stance on the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, this week, saying it is no longer obsolete thanks to its efforts in fighting terrorism. 62% of voters said last year that there is still a need for the United States to belong to NATO. Attorney General Jeff Sessions has ordered a review of the reform agreements President Obama's Justice Department required of several urban police departments following high-profile police shootings. Voters think those agreements are unlikely to deter crime and agree with Sessions that they merit a second look. The income tax filing deadline is almost here, and voters continue to have an unfavorable opinion of the Internal Revenue Service. Still, they are more confident the agency will fairly enforce tax laws. Voters oppose congressional Republicans' decision to allow Internet Service Providers, ISPs, to sell or share users' browsing history and other personal information the way Google and Facebook do. Even after the shooting and death of an 80-year-old student and a teacher at a school in San Bernardino, California, earlier this week, most Americans still think schools are safe places for children. Some readers wonder how we come up with our job approval ratings for the president, since they often don't show as dramatic a change as some other pollsters do. It depends on how you ask the question and whom you ask. To get a sense of longer-term job approval trends for the president, Rasmussen Reports compiles our tracking data on a full month-by-month basis. Rasmussen Reports has been a pioneer in the use of automated telephone polling techniques, but many other firms still utilize their own operator-assisted technology, see methodology. Daily tracking results are collected via telephone surveys of 500 likely voters per night and reported on a 3-day rolling average basis. To reach those who have abandoned traditional landline telephones, Rasmussen Reports uses an online survey tool to interview randomly selected participants from a demographically diverse panel. The margin of sampling error for the full sample of 1,500 likely voters is +/2.5 percentage points with a 95% level of confidence. Results are also compiled on a full-week basis, and crosstabs for full-week results are available for Platinum members.
That's the news. Join us here every day. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell. See you next time.
This is TBNN.